Alrighty then, it's time for a Kennen game, and this one's honestly going to be quite painful to watch. Which one? And not in a sort of Jin Zhao sort of way from the last video. This one's a different kind of pain. Okay, I start off with attack damage red, attack damage grants armor yellow, magic resistance blues, and I believe 2190 masteries. Starts very AD-ish with Kennen just to have less hitting and harass. And then you build AP. This is an AD Kennen. Now, my opponent is Nasus, and the matchup is skewed for Kennen early game until Nasus becomes a life-stealing machine that you can't kill. Watch this. I made it so you can see the enemy team here because I figured he was doing raids after he didn't show up quickly enough. I'm like, huh. So I start trying to push it to his tower because once my minions get to his tower, I can harass them indiscriminately. He makes a huge mistake too. Look at what he bought. He bought the healing flask, and he bought nothing but potions and mana potions. Healing potions and mana potions, I mean. So he's pretty much in a negative gold zone right now. If I can make him waste those, then he's pretty much just done. Like, he's at his tower, I can harass him for free, meaning he can't farm with his Q. So little 2-stun punished him so hard because now he doesn't have a teleport for his lane. Without a teleport, I know he can't brute force farm. Brute force farming is where he just takes a beating and takes as much farm as he can, and hopefully the minions scare me off from going all in on him. And when he has enough gold, he goes back, buy some items, defensive items like a Doran shield, cloth armor, some no magic mantle or whatever, and teleports back in. But without his teleport and without only just buying potions, I know I can harass him so hard and make him waste so much gold effectiveness. And that's what I'm focusing on as much as I can. I should be able to still get some of these last hits, but I'm just kind of failing a few of them. And even then, look, I don't like this either. Nasus actually engages on me, and I figure, is Vi nearby? I'm like, no, she would have been upon me at this point, so I sit back and just fight him. Look at her. I show you on the minimap. She's way too far. She did ping that she was going top, but the Nasus decided to engage regardless. She finally does show up, but it's a little too late. Nasus is dead. She almost does hit me, sort of because I failed to juke her right there in the bushes and make her waste her Q, and I do end up burning my flash, but still, it's such a negative situation for Nasus, and he's making it worse for himself. He engaged on me for no reason, and so now I have a gold advantage versus him. Look, he buys a ruby crystal, just health. Nothing, health isn't going to do anything against me, and I buy 2 amplifying tomes. I can just punish him so hard for this. If I get my passive up to throw the electric shuriken on him and then my Q, he's going to get chunked a big time. So right now, again, my focus is on trying to harass him, though I did get wailed on by the minions. That's what I meant by brute force farming. If he had a wave of minions and sort of he kept it mid, I wouldn't be able to engage on him even though I'd be harassing him because his minions would hurt me way more than I probably would against him. Kennen doesn't do a lot of damage early. He does a lot of damage in a sort of, what you call it, additional phase, like, you know, see, if you keep getting hit by him, it starts ramping up for sure. But if I just poke him 1 or 2 times, it doesn't do anything. Hell, even right now, it doesn't do that much. But the fact is, he's taking too much of it. He's just kind of standing there. He's pushed to his tower, and he's being punished for his mistakes. If he had instead just bought that healing flask and maybe a cloth armor, he would have done. He would have padded my really weak auto attack damage. My Q isn't that strong and my W isn't that strong early, especially because I don't have any ability power to amplify it. So a cloth armor early would have done wonders for him, and then he could have gone back and bought a no magic mantle, and my damage would have tapered off even more. He's just kind of getting destroyed because of this. It's really, really painful to watch, honestly, because while he was doing the Wraith camp, he could have looked up to me and saw he's got a Doran's Blade, and he doesn't have any AP. So that means a cloth armor plus some potions would have destroyed him more. The flask and cloth armor would have been enough to sort of shrug off my damage and hide behind his minions and just sort of a brute force farm. Or altogether, he should have probably not done the Wraith at the beginning because it allowed me to push him to the tower and it burned his ultimate. I mean, it burned his teleport. So it's like the matchup again is supposed to be mine early. Like, I should be able to harass him, but then it quickly goes away when I have no ability to actually kill him. He's too sustained for Kennen. Kennen's damage again isn't too high. So like, even right now, you see, he's kind of getting harder to kill. But, of course, I'm denying him farm, so he's gonna be weak regardless. So it's just kind of a matter of attrition now. My teammates have to make things happen. And I know once my teammates do dragon or bear, dragon, I need to go down there. And actually, that's what I'll do. I try to force Nasus out of the lane, and I do believe I managed to do that right now. I just look at how much pain. Like, he has to burn his ultimate because he's that afraid of being killed. And again, I have almost no damage dealt to me. Well, mostly from minions and some, like, standing on Spirit Fire clumsily or whatever. Either way, watch this. Top lane is taken. Gold boost from my team. Advantage is had. I have an extreme advantage over the Nessus. He's been, most of the farming he has is with Spirit Fire, so his Q is so fragile right now. Katarina engages my teammates, and she gets picked off right now by the Vi. But this, I can't believe it. I don't think they expected me to be here, but they tower dive my teammate. And I have my flash and ultimate available, so as soon as they get on the tower, flash ultimate, use everything just to stun them here so I can get the assistance of the tower. I managed to take out 2 people, and the Vi is picked off because her reinforcements are nowhere, or pretty much dead. We go after the Lucian and Caitlyn managed to gun him down, and we got ourselves a 4th kill. Nasus teleports in, but there's nothing he could really do. He gets either he's really aggravated, so he tries to flash Q me, but of course it wouldn't have done anything of damage, and he had no mana, so he died for free. That also results in us getting a free tower too. So 5 kills, and a tower. We capitalized on the mistake of the Nasus there. I don't know why he tried doing that. It was too risky, and honestly, the reward would have been almost nothing. The enemy team dove against my team, the rest of my team at the tower because Katarina was dead, and they thought that, you know, it'd be an easy kill. But they again forgot that maybe I could have been there. I don't have a teleport, so I guess they thought that maybe I wouldn't teleport quick enough or whatever. But my teammates were walking around Dragon, and I figured I should be there for the Dragon fight. Top lane is pretty much dead, and if Nessus knows any better, he would have tried to keep it at his 2nd tower, so I wouldn't be too brave enough to harass him down there. By the way, if Vi gets caught with my ultimate, we go gung-ho, and we will kill her. The enemy tries to save him, but they kind of make a bad job of that. Sona misses her ultimate, Vi gets picked off, we go after her, Wukong goes in, ultimate, the Sona flashes over, but she still gets picked off, though I think Lucian managed to save his life. So that's 2 more kills for essentially free, and alongside getting a dragon. And that's his farm. It's still very low. He's way behind in items, and in fact, he's essentially useless in this game. And he was taken out because of his own mistakes. I capitalized on those mistakes for sure, and it's just really kind of painful. I've lost matchups where I'm kidding on the enemy's nest because again they just ignore me and just farm, and there's nothing I can do. But in this case, he just built so poorly and got punished for that. Essentially, his gold was wasted. He went for the level 2 cheese from getting a small camp, and then teleported top, and that made me know that he doesn't have a teleport anymore, so I can freely harass him, knowing he won't be able to go back to the base to recharge or buy any resistance items of any kind. And he tried to fight me without any help. Now watch this too. The enemy team is going to actually focus to Katarina because I guess they think she's the most dangerous thing ever, but it actually just kind of lets me go behind them and just obliterate them. Lucian gets to survive with a sliver of health, but the rest of this team is just annihilated. Oh yeah, actually Lucian survived. I didn't even notice when we were actually playing this game. So 4 kills for free. Well, not 4 kills for free. 4 kills from a mistake of theirs. We lost nobody, and it cost them a tower, it cost them an inhibitor, it cost them 4 of their lives. It's pretty much game. The enemy team knows it, but I guess kudos to them for not trying to surrender. Though one of them was saying, "Please push mid," and the rest were like, "Nah, we're gonna play this game." Well, from looking from the surrender, it actually is 2 of them, but still, point still stands. Like now, with an hourglass now, there's really nothing the enemy team can do to me. Like they have absolutely 0 chance of even controlling me, except for maybe CCing me before I use hourglass and then killing me. But like it's just such a good matchup for Kennen because they have no knockbacks or anything, and such a lost matchup for top lane. The matchup is more like a 5.5 versus a 4.5 spread or something like that. So it's not dramatic, but still it was pretty lost, pretty grimly. It's like, again, in that situation, it would have been better for him to buy cloth armor than no magic mantle, or hell, even a Doran shield if he doesn't want to invest in armor against me. It just felt so bad. Like it's one of those situations where like it works in your head, right? This is what you're gonna do, but you kind of don't give your opponent enough credit to be able to understand what he has to do to punish you for whatever you did. or you're just playing the matchup wrong. Plus, here, this is kind of very salty for the nanny. She threw her stun on me, and I guess just the very last split second, the black shield lasted enough to keep me alive, and I was able to kill her too. So it is just a very painful game, and I love it. If anything, from the game, try to take a clue as to what you should and shouldn't do. For starters, if you're going to be harassed to hell, that's pretty much a bad idea to invest your gold into dead ends. So, like, potions, bad idea. Second, don't waste any resources pointlessly. Again, sort of the gold thing, but teleport being wasted so badly was just shitty. And one of the strengths of teleport, again, is sort of giving you the chance to resustain yourself by going back into the fountain and just keeping yourself alive. So using it just sort of to teleport quicker to the lane rather than when you actually need to use it is really bad. And I see a lot of players doing that. Just like in one case, the Nasus teleported back to the tower, but it was to no advantage. He could have just walked back and kind of gotten the same effect out of it. So the opponent got massively punished for it and snowballed for the rest of the game. Of course, the enemy team did lose in other aspects, but top lane allowed me to snowball, allowed Nasus to be made useless, so it became a 4 versus 5. And from that, I was able to just take my advantage from top lane and crush the rest of the enemy team. It was quite a grim one, but quite a good one for me. So hooray for my team and hooray for Kennen, and make sure you understand your matchups before you brute force them. Yay. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Make sure to also check out the sponsors that make this channel possible. Links to their websites are in the description below.